Welcome to Trakintel. Today, in this walkthrough video, we will take a look at our Innovation Agentic Workflow, which is a project management workflow that improves operational efficiency and in turn aids in impacting ROI for innovation projects. Once you log in using your ID and password, you will gain access to this screen. On the left panel, you will then see an option called Projects. On mouse over, it will show you three options. Click on Projects. This will now take you to a screen, which will prompt for another password. Once you enter this password, you will be greeted with this screen called All Projects. This is your dashboard to view the status of all current innovation projects. Depending on your access control, you will be able to view the right set of projects that you have been assigned to. On top right, you will see a button to add a new project. Clicking it will show a pop-up where you need to add the project title, description, and choose the right department within your organization under whom the project will be operational. Once you create the project, you will now see this screen, which is primarily for adding further details about the innovation project that you are pursuing. Some key elements includes an estimated net benefit, POC budgets, various stakeholders such as innovation manager, business problem owner, technical expert, project sponsor, amongst others. As you scroll down, you will now see the section of business problem detailing. This section has 8 categories, the purpose of which is to enrich your current business problem that you have chosen. You will need to gradually fill these details to increase your business problem score, as a higher score ideally translates into a better solutioning opportunity, as it will give a better idea of what an idea solution should look like currently. The next section is Solutions, that offers the option for you to either run manual scouting by adding the names of startups and companies manually in the list under New Startup List, or utilize our scouting bot to choose from a pre-populated list of recommended startups. These recommendations are based on the project title and description that you had added previously. Once you are satisfied with the shortlisted set of companies, you can then checkbox them and click on Move to Assessment button. In this section, each startup can be explored deeper by clicking on them to take you to their own page with description, recent news, and funding if available, similar startups, creation of deep dive reports, and an option to directly email the founder for more information. Getting back to the main page, on the right, you will see a drop-down that can be clicked to reveal the evaluation section for each startup. As you continually assess the companies shortlisted, you can keep updating their score here. The platform currently supports scoring for technical, security, legal, and compliance parameters. It is a composite score out of 100. You will need to individually update the scores and click on Save Evaluation to save your scores. Once you are satisfied with your assessment, you can then choose to move the right set of startups to POC stage by clicking on the Start POC button. Below this section is the business case category, which highlights the period, costs incurred, impact created, and net benefit from the various projects being undertaken under innovation. This gives a bird's eye view of some of these key parameters on an annual basis. Now let's get back to the project workflow screen. On clicking here, the right project that you are working on, it will take you to a timeline view where all stages of the project is viewable to you and the relevant stakeholders. Each stage has multiple sub-stages, which can be assigned to relevant operators, assign a priority rating, as well as add any comments that is necessary. Once each of these sub-stages have been closed, simply click on this section here to mark as closed. On top right is the button to move the project in the next stage of the process, as the previous stage gets highlighted in green and closed. Please do note that two stages can operate concurrently depending on the style of innovation projects that are run in your organization, as short cohort-based or on annual or long-term rolling basis. The next page I would like to talk about is analytics. Hover your mouse on the left panel on Projects and then click on Analytics. There are two types of analytics the system offers you: operational and financial. Operational analytics grants you a detailed view of how the project management operations are being run for all the projects. Key coverage includes stage conversion metrics, pipeline funnel overview, time in stages, team performance, business case readiness, and any operational exceptions. Let's scroll up and now take a look at the next option of financial analytics. This is an exciting dashboard to give us deep insights on how our innovation investments are performing and answers the key question of what is the ROI for innovation projects. Apart from key summarization, it also shows an overview of ROI, budgetary usage, costing, utilization, spend distribution, net benefit across multiple periods, stage-wise, ROI, project ROI rankings, and any financial exceptions. The last page I would want to highlight for this walkthrough is the User RBAC tab. Hover your mouse on the left project option and click on Users. This section grants an admin to add or remove new users. There are two options of users and department. Under Users, the admin can add a new user by simply clicking Add User button and filing the relevant details presented. Under Role, there are four choices: Admin, Manager, Contributor, and Viewer. Each role has its own defined access control. Under the Departments section, admins can assign users to relevant departments or even create new departments by clicking on the New Department button, entering the name and description of the department. Admins can also manage existing departments by clicking on Manage button for any department which shows the existing members in that department. Choice of assigning existing members to any department and adding a new user to this department. This concludes our walkthrough of the Innovation Agentic workflow. In our next walkthrough, we will deep dive on the R&D Agentic workflow for better clarity.